For this next video, we're going to look at crop allocations as a way to improve our profitability and maybe manage risk. Um, Recall currently, go back to the detailed budget, we're planting 900 acres of corn and 900 acres of full season beans. Our wheat DC bean selections are already pretty much baked in the cake because we made those decisions in the fall. But as I mentioned earlier, we can see that based on these budgets, and that includes achieving budgeted yields and at current prices, corn appears to be more profitable than full season beans, uh, generating $188 an acre as compared to $147 an acre. So the corn crop is expected to be 28% more profitable per acre than beans. Now, shifting some bean acres to corn might drive some additional profitability, but it also could pose some agronomical and logistical challenges that may not be worth the trouble. Nevertheless, let's take a moment to analyze the impact on farm profitability of moving, let's say, 500 acres out of full season beans and into corn, and what that does to our farm profitability. Well, we're in the planning phases, so modeling of this is very easily done. What we'll do is we'll go back to the dashboard. We'll go back to where we put our planted acres in. That was in the crop acreage, crop insurance tab. Here's where we have our 900 of corn and 900 of beans. And what we're going to do here is we're going to edit that, and we're just going to move 500 acres into corn. So we're now going to be 1,400 acres corn. And now we're going to take 500 acres out of beans, of full season beans, setting that at 400. Now we're going to update. And now those assumptions will flow all the way through our model. And very easily and quickly, we can go back to the dashboard. We can look at our detailed budget. You remember we were generating $329,000 previously? Well, that has increased to approximately $345,000, or up by about $17,000 or so. That's about a 5% increase in farm profitability. Again, holding prices where they are and assuming that we can generate the yields that are built into the model. It does give us a bump up in our base case profitability. Now, it is one question that a farmer should address as it relates to risk profile is, in addition to economical and logistical challenges that might result, concentrating acreage toward a single crop, in this case, pushing that many acres over to corn, could result in a lot more risk, whole farm risk, because you're really relying heavily on that corn crop. So if something bad happens to the corn crop, you could be in really pretty deep trouble. So more likely than not, the farmer would look at that and say, I don't think that for $17,000 of incremental profitability, I'm going to mess up my long-term rotations and then deal with the problems that might result next year when I'm thinking about rotating, to think about agronomical issues that might reduce my yields either this year or in future years that are not baked into the model. That probably isn't enough to cause the farmer to shift significant acres. However, in a year in which you had, in this year, we're at a 2.4 soybean bean to corn ratio, which is pretty average at this moment in the year compared to most years. If you saw something really get out of whack, where corn was much more favorable or beans were much more favorable, then it may be worthwhile to make larger make larger shifts of acreage to take advantage of those perceived prices, perceived profitability, or the expected profitability that would come from those crops. Here, though, I think we're going to pretend like we're the farmer, and we're going to decide not to make that acreage shift because it doesn't provide enough benefit relative to the upside. And so we're going to edit this. We're going to go back to our 900 acres. See how easy this is. We're going to edit our full season beans back to 900 acres. And we go back to the dashboard. You'll see we're back at our $329,000 pre-tax cash flow budget. There will be times when it will be a very useful feature to be able to analyze and potentially shift crops and see what the result would be. The conclusion, I guess we're drawing, or I'm drawing from this analysis, is that the benefits of the shift probably don't outweigh the costs, and we're going to continue this Madison County farmer in a straight rotation of corn beans and doing 200 acres of wheat followed by double crop beans. In the next, we'll continue with analyzing our choices next, and we'll go towards crop insurance in the next video.